Hey everyone and welcome to another video. But before I get into the video, I want to give you guys some news and updates about this series. So if you've been watching my more recent videos, then you should know that I'm currently going to school. And in one of those videos, I said I didn't know how school would affect my YouTube channel. Well, school, coupled with story shift, has caused production values for this series to plummet into the ground. This means that the next few story videos will be a lot less frequent and they'll probably be shorter too. Now, I already know what 90% of you are saying. Why would these take so long? You literally just record yourself and put that recording over some shitty gameplay and that's it! You guys have no idea how hard it is to make these videos. Well, it's actually not that hard. But it's probably not nearly as easy as most of you guys think it is. The amount of re-recordings I have to do is insane. It took like 20 minutes to make the first 50 seconds of this video, and if I didn't do the re-recordings then, you probably wouldn't even understand what I'm saying, because I'm shit at talking. Back to what I was saying. What was I saying? Oh, right. The ding and the ding will happen to the story series. But now with that out of the way, let's get to the actual story. It's already a minute into the video and I haven't even mentioned the story I'm going to tell. People are gonna be so angry. So this next story is about school, again. But this time we're talking about the assignments. Reason being, right now, as I'm recording this, I'm procrastinating on some math homework. Funny, right? I'm supposed to be doing math homework every fucking day, and when I'm done with the math homework, I make more math homework for myself. That's actually what my parents tell me. Whenever I tell them I'm done with my math homework, they tell me to make more. Somehow. Back to the main story. School assignments. Thinking back to it, some of those stories were actually pretty interesting. Like, haven't any of you guys ever skipped out on doing a project and it was like super scary and you had to confront the teacher about it? Well, if you haven't, then you will, and you might want to take some advice from me. Do drugs! Seriously though, sometimes when I skip out on doing a project, I give out the most insane excuses. And I used to skip out on projects a lot. Like, here's an example story. Okay, so this story takes place when I was in the 4th grade. When I was in the 4th grade, I had to do a project literally every month. But this project took place in October. We had the entire month to do it, like usual. And the project wasn't actually that hard. It was like we had to write a summary about a book we read, and we had to paste that summary over a pumpkin, and that was it. And I didn't do it until literally the night before it was due. Like, 15 minutes into doing the project, I just said, fuck it, I'm not gonna do it. And the next day, the teacher asked me, where's your project? And you know what I said? I told her I dropped my project, it rolled onto the street, a car ran it over, and when I tried to pick it up, birds flew in and ate the remains. The cringe level of this video is already above 1000, and the teacher didn't believe it one bit. She basically told me, you're getting an F, fuck off. And when she's done looking at everyone's project, she tells the class that anyone who didn't do it or did a bad job can and should redo it. A few kids stand up, like 3-4 kids, they say they're going to do it or redo it, and then when they're all done, the teacher just looks at me. And in turn, everyone in the class looks at me and I just go, what the fuck are you looking at me for? Cause if you expect me to do it, then you're fucking crazy. But anyway, that was just an example story. Stuff like that used to happen to me all the time. The main story I'm gonna be telling you guys, I would say is a lot more interesting. So this next story takes place around when I was in the 6th grade. What makes this time stand out was how much a project was actually worth. Like, if I failed this project, I failed the entire class. And usually when I have to do a project that's worth this much, I do it. But this time around, I just kept procrastinating and procrastinating and procrastinating. And since this project took place around the end of the year, I managed to procrastinate until I graduated and didn't have to do it. And do you guys know how long I managed to hold out without doing the project? It was May and I almost had 2 months left of school, and I somehow managed to give out enough excuses to not do the project until the end of the year, and if you ask me, that's pretty fucking amazing. So it was a geography project, and I don't really remember what it was about. You can't really blame me though, because I never actually did the project. Well, you can, but if you were in my shoes, you probably wouldn't have done it either. So we had about 3-4 weeks to do it, and at one point or another, I actually tried to do it, but I just kinda got lazy and didn't do it. So the project is due, everyone has it on their table, meanwhile I have a blank piece of paper and I'm hiding it to make it seem like I have my project too. And when a teacher asks me, I tell him, oh, I need more time to do it, just give me like a few more days, and he says, okay. But, you know, I still never got around doing it, even though at the time I was planning on doing it. So he would go on to ask me 3 more times about my project over the next few weeks, you may be asking yourself, why so little? Well, of course, I actually tried to avoid him. Like, I maneuvered around the classroom. Whenever he would come around my desk, I would get up, walk across the classroom to sharpen my pencil. And yeah, I avoided him as much as possible. 2 of those times he asked me, I told him I forgot it and left it at home. That's a great excuse, by the way, just as long as you don't use it too much. But that last time, I gave an excuse so insane that he knew immediately that I just didn't do it, and that I wasn't planning on turning it in, ever. So, when formulating my excuse, I thought I should fill up the holes, like, why didn't I pass it in sooner, or stuff like that. So obviously, you should know that this excuse got a bit funky. So I told him that a few weeks ago when I was going to pass it in, I was doing it in the bathroom and I dropped it into the toilet. And a few weeks after, when I had the project done again, my older brother set it on fire, making me have to do it again. And then when I redid it again, my mom got angry and threw it away. And I finished the project yesterday, but when I was getting here, it was raining. I dropped it into the water and didn't notice it because of a hole in my bag. Which, by the way, was true. It was raining that morning and there was a hole in my backpack. And that was because I cut a hole into my backpack the night before to make my excuse more believable. Yeah, I know, I was a fucking scumbag. I kinda still am. And you know what he told me? He told me I would never graduate middle school. And joke's on him, I'm out of middle school, so haha! The fucking cringe, kill me! Seriously though, he told me I would never graduate middle school and there was no point in turning in the project because it was literally a week before school ended. So he just kinda gave up on me. So that's it for the video, guys. Sorry if this video is more cringy or more boring than usual. Currently it's nighttime and I don't really feel like making up jokes or anything like that, so yeah. But anyway, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Maybe leave a like and subscribe if you haven't, and have a mediocre day. Hey you! The fucker at the end of the hallway! Check out my YouTube channel! It's TheAsianLife! Watch it! Do drugs!